And we live. What's going on, everybody?
What trending?
What's going on? What's going on? El Dottie in the building.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? We out here.
Yes, sir. Hey, man, well, we'd like to welcome each and everybody back to another episode of the Code One Podcast. You already know it's your boy Big D.
It's your boy El Dottie, man. Welcome back, man. What's going on, everybody?
Hey, bro. Hey, bro. You got a new toy over there, bro. You look
bro,
like you
got
have
a new toy over here, man. I spent the day because you know me, I'm an old soul, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Like with me, well, really, truly, me and my history of phones is very bad. Like I'll get a new phone and drop that shit immediately. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm shitting because I ain't got no phone or nothing. But then, you know what I'm saying? It was just that time, bro. Like I'm busy as fuck, moving on the move. You know what I'm saying? My phone was moving way too slow for me to be able to do, you know what I'm saying, anything or really keep up, man. So I went and got a new toy today, bro. So I'm gonna flex on it real quick. Look at that shit. Dual screen, baby. Yeah. Got Instagram on one side and I got Facebook on the other, baby. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here doing that work. You know, I'll do like 10 things at the same time because I got two phones.
Hey. Bro, out here living, bro. Hey, that's
I'm out here getting it, bro. You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm out here.
Word. Hey, what you do with your old John, bro?
I still got it. Let's see, I'm still trying to figure it.
Look, he got two phones in one, so he watching the show while being on the show. Hey, what you do with your old John?
Hold on, bro. I swear I'm trying to turn the sound off on this motherfucker, bro. Hold on. Let me see. Turn that down. No thanks.
Hey, yeah,
it is kind of crazy looking at your shit. All right, bro. I'm sorry, y'all. We in here. We giving people time to come on in, man. We know everybody out here doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? So we just giving everybody a little bit of time to come in. You know, I'm trying to share this mug, but goddamn, why the see?
Well, it's already on your page. It's already on.
It's already on my page, so I can't share it from my page.
Nah, because it's already on there.
Oh yeah, see, you know, you can tell I don't know nothing about social media. Goddamn, I just be thinking shit possible that ain't.
Word, yeah, nah, it's streaming directly to your page this week, and then I shared it on mine. Hey, bro, you ever got like a spot on your back that be itching,
but you can't reach that motherfucker?
Yeah, it feel like something like just bitchy.
Yeah, it'd be like a little knot or something right there.
Yeah, bro. Hey, I've been dealing with this like all day. Y'all excuse me, don't judge me if y'all watching, but I'm trying to get that joke.
I don't know what the fuck. You better scratch you better back up against the wall right there and scratch that shit.
I'm struggling. Well, you know what I think gonna help, bro?
What's gonna help?
Some brew.
Brew.
Y'all already know, man. This is the podcast. So, you know what I'm saying? We definitely drinking. I had to bring this one back because I wasn't able to do it enough justice, but this is the Southern Range Brewing Co. Now that's what I call juice guava. Now, I will say this. I drank one on the last episode, but I got here late. But I didn't get to give y'all like an in-depth review of it. And I'm gonna just say this straight up. I love this beer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all the pour. But what I really like about it, yeah, bro. And I've come to realize that I'm starting to like the thicker looking beers. You know what I'm saying? The ones that got that cloud to it. So they call these hazy. So this is a hazy IPA. Can't see through it. Almost looks like a glass of juice. You know what I'm saying? But as soon as I open it and poured it, instantly just got a really nice, pleasant, refreshing scent. Like I just smell a whole bunch of fruitiness. When I get closer to it, it literally smells like some type of citrus fruit. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of give y'all an idea. Almost smells as though I opened like a literal guava fruit or like a grapefruit, or maybe even like a tangerine or orange. Like just all types of citrus flavors just kind of filling my nose. But this thing, bro, I love it. I'm gonna go ahead and taste it. Stop talking.
Hey, bro, all I can say is wow. Now that's what I call guava.
Bruh, when I say this joint is good,
Yeah, it
listen,
look like it's like that.
hey, bruh, 6.9% ABV. You know what I'm saying? Again, it is Charlotte certified. Y'all see that right there? Because we are based in Charlotte. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Yeah, Charlotte certified. And again, this is now that's what I call juice. It's a guava juice. I mean guava beer. I love it. Really good hazy IPA, and it's good because this is a perfect one if you want something that's higher in ABV. But you nervous about IPAs, you nervous about that really hoppy taste and that bitter flavor and that extra bite. I promise you, this is a really good one to try. That fruit flavor really comes through real strong on this one. And I just think it's a really good transitionary beer to go from, just your typical Bud Light, you know what I'm saying, Budweiser, the basics. And if you're trying to just stick your foot out there and get something new, this is great. Ladies, also, I think this is a good one for you to try because I know the ladies simply like a nice fruity beer. Get this one a try. The tapestry on the can looks dope. Got a blue side on here, purple side on there. This joint is dope.
Cause you
So
you
make
know
sure
where
y'all
that
check.
came from, right? You know why I keep making
Yeah.
that reference.
Oh
Yeah, I mean
yeah.
everybody
This
know like
is
the
dope.
now that's what I call music shit. That shit
Yeah,
dope, bro.
yeah,
That's dope.
bro. This is dope. That's and like when I was in the store, now I didn't have nobody suggest this to me or anything like that. And I just was walking down the aisle and I saw it and I was like, I gotta try it. So
Right.
definitely make sure you hit your local grocery store, your beer retailer, wherever you go to get your brews. Try this out. I found it in Harris Teeter. So I'm sure you can probably find it there, Publix, whatever your local supermarket is. Try this joint out. I promise you, you will like it. If you don't, then hey, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but it's good, bro.
You should tell them they don't like it, they get to smack the shit out you. I bet you they'll
Nah.
they nobody gonna like that
try.
shit.
Hey, they can try. hey, you can try. Hey.
You can try to smack me if you want to.
Word. You know what I'm saying? But hey, Southern Range Brewing Company, shout out to y'all. Really good beer. I love it. Yeah, I'm happy. I'm gonna be sipping on this for a minute. But what you got over there, brother? Hey, one thing I want to say to you, bro, because you be traveling, bro. Every show we do now, you in a different location, bro.
I am
you
in a different location, man. I do be moving. Yeah,
Word.
man. I'm out here in the jungle, goddamn. Now you win your in the bar. You know what I'm saying? I look like in my head, oh. Hey, I look like a lion with the tame, right? You know what I'm saying? With the little mane right here, man. But yeah, I'm in Charlotte. I'm back in Charlotte though, man. I'm actually at my cousin's house, man. We just had an unfortunate passing in the family, so we just, gathering around, being around family and stuff. I got Zoe here with me, to lighten up the mood and everything, man. So, I still got to do the show, man. And I just want to say, rest in peace to my uncle Percy Frazier, man. And just have our prayers with y'all, man. Appreciate y'all's condolences and concerns, man. And this was for him, man. So with that being said, I got a Stella Artois. Had to throw it back this Thursday. Had to throw it back with the classic Stella Artois, and I also got some Yinglings up in here too, man. So yeah, we out here drinking, man. The Belgium brew. We out here, man. You already know. If y'all missed our episode on it, man, go check it out. Stella Artois, my favorite beer. Also, Yingling, we got an episode on Yingling too, man. So go check us out, man. And I want to say thank you to everybody that's here, man. Shout out to y'all, because y'all could have been anywhere else, but y'all decided to come back, have a brew with your boys. And we're going to talk about some shit today, man. So y'all sit back and relax and enjoy the cold one, man. Welcome.
Word. And also, I do want to let the viewers know, again, thank y'all so much for tuning in. If you have something that's on your mind, you know what I'm saying? Because I know there's been a lot of stuff going on.
Yes.
Comment below. Tell us what you want to talk about. If you want to come on a show and talk about it yourself and get our input on it, that'd be dope. But if you know if you're a little camera shy, you just want us to kind of give our input, feel free to comment below if you got any questions for us. If you want to know anything about us, anything like that. You know what I'm saying? If you want to do, you want to get some advice from D and Larry, let us know. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we here for y'all. And again, we appreciate the support that y'all are continuously showing us.
Yeah,
We are
man, we
growing.
appreciate it.
And we definitely appreciate all the love that y'all showing us, man. So
Yeah,
so
man, we
definitely
definitely
comment.
getting a lot of love, bro. And I just want to say, man, in order for y'all to keep showing us the love, man, please make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, man, and make sure y'all share this page. Y'all make sure y'all share D's page. Y'all make sure y'all share the YouTube page so we can, we can grow the page. We can grow the podcast, man, because we got something. We got something. Something's there. Now we just need y'all's help to kind of get it out there, man, because we touch on a lot, especially with everything that's going on, all these racist situations being put to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to say new because it's not, but all this racist stuff being put to the forefront on top of a pandemic that nobody seems to be really talking about or caring about, but want everybody to wear masks. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's just a lot going on, bro. So we definitely appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. Hey, and speaking of that, bro, people out here wilding, bro. There's a lot of people out here that's point blank acting like, you know what I'm saying, COVID is gone. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a myth or something. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you gotta think about it though. You gotta think about it. That's the way they put it out there. They made it the myth. Niggas ain't talking about COVID no more.
Yeah, but I mean, at the same time, the case is not going down. People not like it ain't like the hospitals are getting any emptier. You know what I'm saying? The case people still getting sick. You know what I'm saying? It's just like it kind of shows you how much people are truly controlled and influenced by the media. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all see us, we still doing a virtual show, still staying quarantined for the most part, still social distancing and all that stuff. But it's people out here that's really like just trying to act like this thing is over. You know what I'm saying? Like when the news said, hey, stay home, you know what I'm saying? Be careful, social distance and all that. Everybody was at home. You know what I'm saying? And then when the news stopped talking about it, they're like, oh, it's over. It's crazy, bro. And we just found out in North Carolina, it's now illegal to not wear a face mask when you go into public places.
And see, you gotta take stuff like that and really try to connect the dots, bro. Like if everything, I mean, because part of it is the media's fault as well, because they're not staying on top of it, bro. And the thing is, because things are opening up now. Granted, I understand why things are opening up for the economical reasons. If a lot of businesses don't get, you know what I'm saying, this, if a lot of businesses don't get the business, then they're going to have to go out of business. You know what I'm saying? Which is understandable on the economic part, but at the risk of what though? Because you got a lot of places. I've been, like you said, I've been traveling, man. I done been to South Carolina, Georgia, and North Carolina all in the last week or so, man. And everywhere people starting to dine in and people starting to gather back around with each other, man. Y'all just gotta be careful, man. Don't think that this stuff is going just because ain't nobody really talking about it. And like I said, I feel like they had to kill a nigga in order to sweep COVID under the rug, because once that came and once that happened, you know what I'm saying, people just started to forget about COVID to put all their attention on protesting and the police killings. And now that, unfortunately, eventually that's going to die down.
Yeah.
Here comes COVID spiking again.
Right. And honestly, when speaking of that, because I was also going to touch on that too. You know what I'm saying? You notice the media has kind of started to lay off on reporting about it, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But it's not like nothing has changed. You know what I'm saying? We still got Breonna Taylor murderers still out. You know what I'm saying? Walking the streets free. You know what I'm saying? You still got all these you got Elijah McClain's killers still not arrested, still not indicted, none of that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, are we that controlled by the media to where if they're not talking about it, then we just forget about it? And this kind of goes back to our last episode where we had with Oscar on the show,
trendiness.
Where the trendiness, you know what I'm saying, and the stick to itness isn't there. You know what I'm saying? Now here's the thing though. what the media isn't showing is that there are some people still hitting the streets that are still protesting. You know what I'm saying? It's still, I just saw a video because one of the main places to stay informed about what's going on is Twitter. And I just saw a video today in DC. Protesters are still out in the streets, and police are just being savage. I mean, they throwing flashbangs. They just
It Call of Duty.
deliberately, yeah, they just deliberately spraying people with mace and throwing tear gas and all types of stuff, bro. And now it's almost like they could just be even more savage with it because it's not as much media attention around it. You know what I'm saying?
Just stick
The
to it,
media,
this man.
right? The media, you know what I'm saying, they covered it for maybe a week or so. You know what I'm saying? Had everybody all riled up, and then they just stopped. But the issue, the root issue hasn't finished yet. All these businesses, they stopped speaking out about Black Lives Matter and stuff. They
Right.
moved on. You know what I'm saying? It stopped trending in the media. You know what I'm saying? So where are we at with it? You know what I'm saying? And I think that's something that we have to keep in mind is that we got to keep sticking to our guns. We ain't done. We not done.
And that's the thing, bro. Like, that's my biggest thing because, like I said before, I've been an advocate. I've been a protester. I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I fought for what I believe in. But you know what I'm saying? I don't think I'm willing to fight for something in the popular way. I'm not willing to fight for something in the popular way just to say that I was out there. You know what I'm saying? I feel like when we talk about trendiness, people are going out there for the wrong reasons. They're going out there to make it seem like they care about what's going on, just to get the picture. You know what I'm saying? Just for people to see that they're, out there doing those things. But once they go home, you know what I'm saying? That's all you heard of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Right.
my thing is, I'm choosing to fight in my own way. Like, there are different battles here that needs to be fought. You know what I'm saying? And for me, protesting in my mind isn't going to get it done. Now, it adds some type of value, but how much and how much stock it holds truly, because you see that not a lot of things have changed. You know what I'm saying? Like you say, in DC, the police still going ham. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
like, we can't protest in peace, and it's just a lot. I'm not really for the fighting so people can see me fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I'm doing all the things I'm doing on my own and off air, really. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like what I'm doing is really going to make a difference, because I'm dealing with the economical portion of it, which I still feel like nobody is talking about. Because
Right.
when we're able to correlate that the money is what controls it, and when we start to really get some control of the money, then I guarantee y'all we will see differences. We will see differences once when the money is controlled, once when we have control of the money. And see, this is another thing. I know I'm going off on a tangent here, bro.
Nah, go ahead, bro.
But this is another thing, bro. Black people are so programmed to do whatever master say. Like, this is the first time anybody in the history of man has ever been able to not go to work and still get money, but people are still eager to go out and do different things when you're not supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Now, you can have whatever you feel about the pandemic. You can feel like it's real. You can feel like it's not real. You know what I'm saying? But the shit that's going on in this world, racism, all these protests, the police brutality, and the economical disadvantage that black people have, that shit is real. You know what I'm saying? So why take the time to go back to the white man's job when you can get off of it and get paid for it, and then take that time and invest it into something that's going to be beneficial for you, your family, and the black community, bro? Like, that's just my thing. Like, we out here protesting, fucking up our own communities, you know what I'm saying, being miseducated by the media, you know what I'm saying, still have racism and shit going on, we still broke, you know what I'm saying, it's a lot of shit going on, but yet it's cool to be a protester because it's trendy, because somebody just passed away. You have opportunists out there, bro, who not really for the cause, but really out there to make it seem like there's something that they're really not. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And those opportunities, bro, you have to be cautious of those kind of people, because there are going to be people out here who do things just for the clout. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't a clout chaser. I don't chase clout,
Right.
bro. I never really gave a fuck when nobody thought about me, bro. Because I know
Mm-hmm.
me, I know my intentions, I know my heart, bro. And I know I'm gonna do what I feel is right for me. I know I'm gonna do what I feel right for my friends and my family, bro. And that's all I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing. Everybody else do what y'all do, because I'm doing my own shit. I'm in my own lane, and I'm just watching out for everybody else, bro. I'm ducking and dodging through traffic, bro. I really ain't got the time for it, man. Because niggas keep forgetting that shit very real. And niggas are really still getting sick. But they not really telling y'all that, because they want y'all to
Mm-hmm.
go spend that stimulus check they just gave y'all at these crackers who don't fucking care about y'all. And like you say, they not really telling y'all that Black Lives Matter anymore, because it's kind of blowing over now. This is the blowover phase. And like we talking about, stick to it, bro. Stick to it. If you out here doing something, stick to it. If you out here protesting and you feel like that's gonna make a difference, stick to it. Not because people watching, but because that's what you stand on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's what I was going to say, because I think I want to clarify for the viewers that's watching. We're not saying that we are against protesting by any means. You know what I'm saying? So don't get that misconstrued. You know what I'm saying? Because when you just keep poking at motherfuckers, you keep poking at them, and keep poking at them, keep poking at them, eventually they're going to bite back. You know what I'm saying? The bear's going to bite back, the dog going to bite back, whatever you want to use. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically the Black community. You know what I'm saying? People are tired, they fed up, and so they are reacting in the way that they see fit. You know what I'm saying? Now, is that the only solution? Is that going to be 100% the way to get shit done? I mean, I wouldn't say so, because at the end of the day, we still got to make sure that we are gathering resources collectively. We still have to make sure that we have a plan, you know what I'm saying, to execute. We have to make sure that we have unity. We have to make sure that we are all on the same page. You know what I'm saying? You can't have people that like you just said, bro, the opportunists out here who are solely doing it because it's cool or trendy. Like, if you're going to go out there, make sure you go out there and know why the fuck you out there. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to do something, make sure that you know why you're doing it. You know what I'm saying? Don't just do it because other people are doing it. I mean, it's great to have, power in numbers and stuff like that, but it's quality over quantity. You know what I'm saying? We need people that are actually willing to execute a plan, but we have to know what our plan is. You know what I'm saying? First and foremost. So we have to look at, again, what are our resources? Because how Larry just said, people are receiving this money, receiving this aid, you know what I'm saying, receiving this, that, a third. But what are we doing with it? Are we just giving it right back to the hands that gave it to us? You know what I'm saying? Or are we taking that and using it as an investment? Now, I'm not saying that everybody has to be a business owner. I'm not saying that everybody needs to be a CEO, because everybody can't be a CEO. And I feel like everybody shouldn't be a CEO, because some people don't know what the fuck.
I do feel like though is that Black people should be more conscious of where their dollars are going, though.
Right, exactly.
That is what I do feel like. And let's take a break real quick, bro. Hey, man, we want to shout out to everybody that's in here watching, man. Shout out to the homie Corey, man. I see you out there, man. My homie Alan. Alan had a comment too, by the way. Alan says the media has so much responsibility to make sure the public is informed while not being governed by any forced law enforcement or otherwise, to make sure pertinent issues are continually at the forefront. Media companies are businesses first and foremost, and that's very true. And so what Alan basically is saying is that it's about the money. That's just what I keep saying. I don't know how many times I can say that. And shout out to my LS Labrie in the building. Labrie, hello, I love you. You're so beautiful.
Word. That's
man,
real though,
but,
bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. And then that's the thing, bro. Because after a while, this thing is gonna get tiring what we're doing, bro. Talking about the same shit over and over and over again, bro. But you know the difference between us and people out there doing it because it's trendy is that we gonna still be doing it when y'all don't give a fuck.
Right. And that's one thing I wanted to talk about, bro, because I was sitting here listening, and I know a lot of people you might not have caught that. So I'm gonna say it again. I was sitting here listening, You know what I'm saying? I was listening to the voices of the black community. I was listening to black women. You know what I'm saying? Because this has been an ongoing thing for the past, few weeks, months, years, that black women don't feel supported, they don't feel appreciated, they don't feel loved, they don't feel protected, so on and so forth by black men. You know what I'm saying? So what I did was I shut the fuck up and I listened. And I figured out, okay, this is what black women have issues with. So I feel as though they have some valid concerns. And so what I'm doing is I'm starting a movement, hashtag for our black women. So I want everybody to go to forourBlackWomen.com or .org. Yeah, I set up a website and everything. I want you to go to that website and I want you to enter your email address to become a part of the movement. You can follow it on Instagram for our black women. You can find us on Twitter at the number 4 our black women. And basically what we're going to do is we're going to start holding black men accountable. What we're going to do is we're going to figure out the concerns of black women and make sure that they're being addressed along at the forefront of the Black Lives Matter movement. You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that our sisters feel uplifted and appreciated and loved and protected. And so in order to do that, fellas, if you say that you love black women, get involved. It's simple. Just go to our website forourBlackWomen.com, and I'm gonna start sending out some resources. Be emailing, some different plans that we're gonna have. I'm making sure that this is organized because I'm not just gonna go out here and just start doing something. So a lot of people have been asking, like, okay, well, what's next? What's next? Just be patient. I'm getting all the stuff done. I'm working on a website. I'm going to have some resources. I'm going to be talking about sexual assault and consent and teaching men, how to recognize the signs of consent. I'm going to talk about ways that we can show more love within the black community. And I'm also going to show ways that black women can also reciprocate this energy to black men.
That's important.
So again, for our black women, hashtag for our black women, forourBlackWomen.com, for our black women on Instagram and Twitter. Enter your email on the website, get involved, join the mailing list. I'm not asking for any money, any donations, none of that. I'm not trying to scam nobody. I don't need anything from anybody. I just need people to get involved and be committed to uplifting our black sisters. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I wanted to say about that. But
yeah, man, that's very important, bro. And that's a good thing that you're doing there, bro. And, I support you in anything you do. And, I saw you with your posts and stuff, I see you've grown a passion for this. And I wish you well on that journey, man. But I think one of the most key important things is that, because I'm going to be just honest in how I see, black women's portrayal of black men. You know what I'm saying? I understand that they feel like they haven't been, acknowledged, as much as they should, which I agree with, bro. But on the same token, if you're going to be able to have uplift for a specific, group or community such as black women, bro, they have to be able to understand accountability on their part as well, bro. You can't just we can't just loosen the reins and allow black women to just do any and everything to black men without being held accountable as well, bro. So I just want to say, what you're doing is definitely well much needed, because I am the father of a young black girl who's going to grow up into a black woman one day. And one thing I will be teaching her is accountability. You can't be the cause, and then when the effect happen, you playing victim and thinking that, not taking accountability for your actions, because for every action there's a reaction. So, sometimes we have to sit back and take an account to, we have to take accountability for the things that happen to us, bro. And that's just not for black women, that's for black men as well. You know what I'm saying? Everybody needs to be more accountable for how we treat each other. You see what I'm saying? So, I great stuff you're doing there, bro. We gonna keep knocking it out, bro. Cause we doing this. This is us. And when we make stuff happen, we put our minds to it and we get to action.
Yeah, and that's basically what it's all about. Because I mean, no matter how anybody feels about it, and one thing I want to be clear about, you know what I'm saying, because I am a black man, I understand the plight of black men. You know what I'm saying, we go through shit every day just because we're black men. You know what I'm saying, and I'm not taking that away from anybody. But the point is that as a village, it is on the shoulders of black men to protect our black women, just point blank, period. You know what I'm saying? And right now, black women are suffering at the hands of black men in certain situations, and they are not being protected 100% by black men, you know what I'm saying, as a whole. And so that means no matter what else, whatever else is going on, that's an issue. And so we need to address that. We can address other issues simultaneously. We can multitask. You know what I'm saying? A lot of motherfuckers out here pledge. You learn how to multitask. You know what I'm saying? We use online for whatever organization you was on. We gonna make that shit happen in the black community. We still have things that we need to address, but I just want to get away from the struggle Olympics and like, oh, well, you did this to me, I did. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it requires everybody to be accountable for their part in it. You know what I'm saying? Because like you said, it's on black men and black women. Both of us need to be better to one another. But I say, you know what? I'm gonna take the initiative. I'm gonna say, you know what? As a black man, I'm stepping up. You know what I'm saying? And then hopefully in return, my black sisters step up where they may fall short. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's at the end of the day, fuck all the bullshit, the he say, she say, tit for tat shit. We getting shit done. Just like you said, bro, we taking action. You know what I'm saying? So again, 4ourblackwoman.com, y'all see it scrolling right below. 4Our Black Women on Instagram, 4Our Black Women on Twitter. It's the number 4Our Black Women on Twitter. They wouldn't let me do all the FOR. They said I ain't have enough characters. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you join the mailing list. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be doing events. You know what I'm saying? I literally want to make this a citywide, a statewide, a national, and a global movement. You know what I'm saying? This isn't just for show. This isn't for clout. I'm not getting anything out of it besides making sure that my sisters are protected. Because at the end of the day, bro, you just said you got a black daughter, right? Would you feel safe leaving your black daughter in a room with 100 black men by herself?
Hell nah. Hell
exactly. And that's part of the problem. That's part of the problem. Word. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get to a point where in our community we can feel safe in situations like that.
Yeah.
And I mean that's far-fetched or whatever, but I believe in certain communities at certain points in time, it was like that. You know what I'm saying? It's like that in certain communities, you know what I'm saying, globally. So I want to get to that sense of community where we can feel safe, black men, black women, black boys, black girls. You know what I'm saying? Where we can leave whoever and know that we are protected.
And that motherfucker who gets out of line, they get dealt with by the community.
Word. Exactly. So if the black community can't depend on black men to protect the black community, who can we depend on? If we can't depend on black men, who can we depend on? So black brothers out there, if you're tuning in, if you watch this later, it's time to get involved. It's time to get active. Scrolling below, 4ourblackwoman.com, man.
Hey, bro. Hey, let's go back to the comments real quick, man. Labrie says, man, amazing movement, bro. Amazing movement.
Love you, Labrie. Love you, Labrie.
And shout out to the homie Aaron in the building, man. I see you, big dog. So Aaron has a question for us. So he has a statement and he has a question after. So Aaron says, moving the dollars we spend from white or other businesses to black businesses is easy conceptually. So just start spending that black-owned businesses. But in our opinion, what's the first step to shifting our income and jobs and ultimately time to black-owned establishments and career paths? Great question, bro. Great question.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I'll go first, bro. I'll go first.
Okay.
Just like you said, bro, it's easy. It's easy conceptually. That means it's easy in theory. Like it sounds good in theory, but the reality is that the theory is really what needs to happen in reality. I mean, because we can't just say we shopping black owned because it's Juneteenth. You know what I'm saying? We have to buckle down and stick to it and say that, hey, you know what I'm saying? Everything that I do is going to be black owned. And if I can't find it black owned, then I just have to do without it. I just have to do without it. And the things that starts change is action, bro. The only way we're really going to see that concept is if we put the action behind it. You know what I'm saying? Supporting black businesses. Make sure that our dollars in our community, in our area, you could just start in your zip code. Find out where the black area at in your zip code and see, and that's another thing though, bro. Because not all black areas can even grasp that concept. So when you're talking about black areas, you have to go to the black areas with people that understand your goals and what you're trying to accomplish, bro. And then you have to go with people who are willing to put the time in and put the plans together to actually make the transition happen, man. So if you really want to see that happen, I mean, because you got the key right there. It's to moving the dollar straight to black businesses. That's the answer. But what does it look like? Making sure that you go black on. Woo, excuse me. Goddamn England.
That brew. Hey, we take it through, man. It's cool, man.
Hey, man, you just gotta make sure you shop black on no matter what, bro. Black on no matter what. If you can't find it black on, then you just can't find it.
Word. Hey, and what I want everybody to do is if you're struggling to find black owned businesses, I have access to multiple Google Docs that have a full list of black owned businesses nationwide. You know what I'm saying? And I mean even down to sex toy websites. You know what I'm saying? So it's black businesses out there. You just have to program yourself to whenever you need anything where you're gonna be spending money. The first thing you do is check and see, okay, do I know somebody black that do it? If you need your grass cut, find a black person. You know what I'm saying? If you need a dentist, a doctor, a family, you know what I'm saying, lawyer, find somebody that's black. You know what I'm saying? And you just basically have to make a conscious decision. Now, here's the thing. It's going to require sacrifice because if you look at the non-black businesses, a lot of them have, you know what I'm saying, have more access to resources. They're bigger. They're nationwide. You know what I'm saying? They have, global supply chains and all this and that. So we're going to have to, you know what I'm saying, go without in certain situations. You know what I'm saying? You have to be willing to go from wearing a Nike hat to a FUBU hat. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to be willing to make these conscious decisions that you know what, I'm going to intentionally support black businesses. And then on the flip side, black businesses as a whole, we have to get our shit together. And people don't like to hear that, you know what I'm saying, because people feel as though we are overly critical of black businesses, which some black consumers are. But a lot of us as black business owners, you know what I'm saying, and I'm saying this as a black entrepreneur, you know what I'm saying, a lot of us lack the understanding of how to properly run a business. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us we're good at something, which is great. But we just instantly, we like, okay, well, I'm going to just start posting on Instagram and I'm going to start selling stuff and I'm going to get this bag. I'm in my bag, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting rich, whatever. And we're just throwing out anything, low quality, you know what I'm saying? Horrible people skills, terrible customer service, you know what I'm saying? Trying to, rip off our own people, you know what I'm saying? Finessing people, you taking people money, not delivering products, this, that, and the third. Granted, some of the stuff is behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying, logistics or whatever, but it's still a way that you have to go about it as a business owner. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to call yourself a CEO, you got to move like a CEO. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say everybody doesn't need to be a CEO. But if you are going to take that route, then you need to make sure that you are on top of everything. You got to make sure that you're on top of your finances. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure that you're on top of your supply and demand. You got to make sure that you know how to market your product. Don't just market your product to your neighbor in your friend group. Make sure you know how to market it globally, you know what I'm saying, or nationally, whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But we have to be willing to learn and we have to be willing to teach. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell people all the time, I have my master's in digital marketing. My undergrad is in communications. So I know how to speak to people and I know how to market stuff to people. You know what I'm saying? So if you need help with that, reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? If you need help with your credit score so you can start getting some of these loans, reach out to me. Don't hire all these people that's saying they could fix your credit and you pay, you know what I'm saying, $300 for them to do something that you can do. Because if you don't know how to fix your credit, even once your credit is fixed, it's going to become bad again because you don't know what it took to make it good in the first place. So you're just going to be stuck in a constant cycle. We got to increase financial literacy. You know what I'm saying? We have to be intentional with all of this stuff and really take this stuff seriously because it's easy to say, I'm just going to shop with black-owned businesses, but how are we going to sustain? How are we going to scale? How are we going to go from just, you know what I'm saying, hiring my man to cut my grass to now he has a national, you know what I'm saying, business where he has, you know what I'm saying, 50 different locations nationwide, you know what I'm saying, and he's employing, you know what I'm saying, 10,000 black people. How do we get there? You know what I'm saying? What's the next step? Everybody always talking about, oh, yeah, if I got this amount of money, I'll flip it. How? Do you know how to write a business plan? You know what I'm saying? Do you know how, if you want to start a nonprofit, do you know how to write a grant? You know what I'm saying? And if you do know, why aren't you teaching the next person? We so quick to tell everybody, Google it, Google it. Nah, man. Teach each other. Teach each other. Don't think that you're too good to pass on some knowledge to the next person. Now, I'm not saying you need to work for free at all times, but you know what I'm saying, you need to basically follow that principle of each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? If you can't get to a point where you are investing back into the community after, you know what I'm saying, you've built your bridge to get where you are, you know what I'm saying? If you can't leave a bridge for somebody else and you got the next generation reinventing the wheel, how are we creating generational wealth?
And see
You know what I'm
that
saying?
and that and that that's what you saying a mouthful, bro. You're saying a mouthful. And like I say, man, this stuff may be getting redundant, but there's nothing changing, which is why we have to keep saying it over and over, man.
Yep.
People like the idea of success or what being black owned or supporting the black community. They like the idea of it, bro. They
Right.
don't really want to put in the work to make none of that shit happen, bro.
Right.
And that's just the bottom line. That's just the bottom line. When you're dealing with a mass amount of people that want to do what they want to do, and you got to think about it too. It's a lot more to it than that. It's deeper than that. So you're talking about black generational wealth, right?
Right.
It has to start somewhere. So the fact that the two generations before us, you know what I'm saying, some of them figured out the tools. The generation before, right before us, they figured out the tools and scaled it, but they forgot to reach back and teach the next generation. So now what the next generation is doing is falling in love with the idea of what success looks like without the blueprint on really how to execute it. You see what I'm saying? And so now, I mean, and because we're talking about things, and I am by no stretch of the imagination rich. I am not no stretch of the imagination what my definition of success is. You know what I'm saying? I'm nowhere near there yet. Yet, because I'm grinding and I'm gonna get there. But yet, I'm not there. So I'm talking to you as somebody who's on the same level as y'all are, but are taking the consistent steps to make sure that one day I'm gonna be what the fuck I say I am. You see what I'm saying? And it takes that consistent action, man. And if we can't dedicate if we can't buckle down, stick to it, and get the consistent action going on, bro, then we'll never get there, bro. And we'll be wasting our breath, man. So that's why it's more important for us to continue doing the things that we're doing behind the scenes, so that when we bring these things to the forefront, they can look at our track record and see that we don't really play about this type of shit. We actually make it happen and stick with what the hell we're talking about.
Word. So real quick, we do have a special guest. There's looks like she's getting ready to join us. Special guest, when you're ready, just go ahead and give us a thumbs up backstage. But we definitely want to go ahead and bring her on. This is an amazing person, an amazing black woman. Love her to death. She's really good people, very intelligent, well-spoken, and all that good stuff. Hailing from the great state of California, I want y'all to go ahead and give it up for Carrie. Carrie.
Carrie, baby.
Born and raised in Arkansas. Spent some time in Louisiana. I'm
Arkansas. Okay.
And it is beautiful here, and I appreciate them for letting me come hang out. But nah, you can't disrespect Arkansas. Hey,
I said you was coming like you in Cali. That's all I was saying. Because people, once you get on here, they see like it's daylight over there. They like, where the hell she at?
my internet name on here, Kiri, California.
Word.
Hey.
Okay.
What's going on with you, Carrie? How you doing over there? How you living over there in the land of the green?
Very good. It is so hot. You know, with my biggest thing on my mind is like it's 100 degrees every day here now. I like it hot, but I can't run at 6 o'clock in the afternoon in 100-degree heat. So they opened the gyms back up last week, and I'm like, I just need to run in some air conditioning because this house workout is not getting it. I gained like 15 pounds trying to do home workouts. Like I'm trying to because I still like to eat. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah, I like food too. Food is a motherfucker. That should get you.
Yeah, Carrie. I know you had to knock out your workout and everything, but we definitely appreciate you joining in. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone trying to keep up with everybody that's hitting me up about the show and everything. But basically, we've been talking about a few different things, but the most recent topic we were talking about is just stick to itness, and this is a term that our good friend Oscar Frazier from In Demand Consulting, he was on our last show, and he kind of coined that term, and so the stick to itness stuck to us. You know what I'm saying? So we kind of following up on that today, and so we just been talking about the same things that we need to just keep at the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Staying consistent and driving black dollars back to the black community. Making sure that we're investing in one another, making sure we're loving on one another, making sure that with the Black Lives Matter movement, we're not growing weary and just kind of letting it be another fad or phase or anything like that. But one of our viewers, he actually was asking, how is it that because it's easy to say we direct our black dollars back to the black owned community or just invest in black businesses, but exactly how do we execute that? So we were kind of touching on that, but I would love to get your input on that. Like, what do you think it would take for us to really get to becoming a self-sustaining community?
We were a self-sustained community.
Mm-hmm.
I've interviewed plenty of civil rights. I've interviewed plenty of civil rights leaders, especially like in Arkansas and Louisiana. And my favorite quote or my favorite statement from Dr. Harry Blake, his life is journaled in the Library of Congress. That's how pivotal this guy was to the civil rights movement. And he was like, we asked for equality. We did not ask for integration. Integration is what was given to us because they didn't want us to be equal. Before that, before integration, we had our self-sustained communities. We just wanted better books and resources for our children. But you got to think a lot of the communities historically that I've looked at, and especially work in cities that I worked in, the predominantly black communities that predominantly black, they had their own doctors and they had their own lawyers and dentists. Like they were self-sustained because we were segregated. So that forced us to be our own providers. Now we have options.
Mm-hmm.
I say seek out those black businesses. I think it was so pivotal for I just heard on a podcast Ariana Grande. I don't really care about her, but she said something about a black coffee shop, and within an hour they had 150 in person. Like people were like there for her coffee shop. In Louisiana, we used to have like Black Lunch Friday where we would find a black business and do it. I think it's as simple as staying consistent to, like, even if there's one or two in your neighborhood or something that you can support, keeping our dollars in our community will help continue to help our communities be self-sustained. What's so interesting, where I live now, the Sacramento Valley area is 14% African-American population stretched out across 14 counties. And it's really predominantly in 2 counties. There is a newspaper here, a local newspaper, always support local news because that's where the news is real. They have a list of black owned businesses, and it's a running list that you can search black owned businesses and it'll pop up in SACB. Patronize those businesses, seek those places out. If you don't have somebody like the SACB putting out information about these are black owned businesses, I think Black Parade, Beyonce just put that out, my friend. Hey, Beyonce, has black-owned businesses. It's incumbent upon us, if you care about your community, put your money where your mouth is and make sure you're spending dollars in our community. What's incredible about our people is that we are incredible consumers. Not only are we trendsetters, but we are one of the biggest consuming demographics in the entire country. We spend our just imagine if we took a fraction of what we spent everywhere else and spent it right back in our community. Like even if we did, like, let's say maybe 1%, I think the change would be so incredibly tangible. But why stop at 1%? Let's do 10%. Let's do like 10% of our community dedicated to buying black, at least supporting one black business a week. You don't even, I know I've interviewed a person who in Chicago, only 4 years, and she wrote a book about it. I wish I had her name. You can Google it and find out. Supported black businesses for an entire year, and I think they made it a lifestyle, made it a book. That that was very difficult because she had to go far and wide to search out some of these Black. If she bought clothes, like they were real about this. They bought clothes. They supported Black businesses. Had to go further to get it, but they did that. We just some type of buy-in like that, and too oftentimes, I'm gonna keep it 100. Like I'll talk to my friends, and they love criticizing our Black businesses. I'm like, you can go that other business ran by somebody else, the dominant culture, and they're gonna give you probably your food with a little side of racism, and you're not mad at them, but because they may have forgotten your order. Like I get it, you want your order to be right, but you ain't that mad at everybody else. So
right,
commit to our businesses.
right. And no, I definitely agree with that, because I was actually before you joined, I was actually offering some suggestions to Black-owned businesses, because I was saying that, you know, sometimes people are overly critical of Black businesses, and this is me speaking as a Black entrepreneur. So I understand, you know, some people just expecting the absolute, you know, most. But some people are justified in some of their complaints about Black businesses. So I do think like it's a balance between both of them. But what you just said is definitely something that I do want to address, is that if you're going to have all of this heat, all of this criticism for Black businesses, you know what I'm saying, but you still going to McDonald's every time, and you know the ice cream machine is broken. You know what I'm saying? You know they're gonna mess up your order. They're gonna give you attitude. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have stale food and all of that. But you go there consistently. But you go to a Black-owned businesses one time, and because they take 25 minutes instead of 20 minutes, or instead of 15 minutes, oh, you writing all types of negative reviews, you bashing them, this, that, and the third. And I think that when it comes to Black business, now I'm not saying that we need to sacrifice our like what we deserve in terms of customer service, but we do need to make sure that we're keeping this same standard that we're holding Black businesses to non-Black businesses. You know what I'm saying? If you want to have all this energy, make sure you have that to all the other businesses that you frequent. You know what I'm saying? If you write negative reviews about Black businesses, make sure you write them about everybody. You know what I'm saying? If you're not writing it, yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you're not writing about, you know what I'm saying, Walmart, you know what I'm saying, always being a mess and having, you know, soggy veggies and stuff, then don't talk about, you know what I'm saying, the Black person up the street that's, you know what I'm saying, just trying to, you know, get their little hustle on. And I think you got to be mindful of that.
Let me take it a step further. Working on a series about why it's important to support Black businesses. And as I do my research, I think a story just came out about some big bank. I don't want to call it out by name because I don't want to attribute this to the wrong bank, but a big bank was just cited within the last 2 weeks for racist lending practices. They weren't lending to Black people. And it reminded me that our Black businesses don't have the same access to capital. They have there's serious lack of resources. And it's like, you got to think of the mom and pop shop that's opening up. It took everything they had, and know that their loan was given to them at a incredibly terrible rate that wasn't given to the neighbor next door. So they're putting more into it. So they're strapped a little bit more. Like the resources, lack of resources is an issue, but we got to find her to ourselves. Like, what is it? To me, I'm going to take it. They're like, that's a level of self-hate that you sit over here going down and being so critical of us and our businesses and publicly disparage a Black. How dare you? Unless they did egregiously wrong, how dare you? I would never open my mouth. Even if I don't like you, I would never open my mouth wide enough in front of the dominant culture, basically, especially to put my sister or my brother down. Like, who are we and why are we doing this? That's it.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree.
I'm like, wait a minute, I know I'm messing up her name. I'm like looking at
Lanaja, yeah. Hey, and real quick, shout out to Lanaja. She's actually she went to Johnson C. Smith University with me and Larry as well. But I just want to tell a quick story. So a lot of people know that I am a freelance photographer, videographer, operating under the name D-Shot Media. And I remember when I was first getting started. Now I've been doing this for about 6 years now, but when I was first getting started, I did what a lot of other Black business owners are doing right now. I would go and I would, you know, publicize my business. I would, you know, market myself. Hey, I'm doing photo shoots. Back then, I think I was doing like $35, $50 photo shoots and stuff. Not really making no money or whatever. But I was like, you know, I'm trying to get my name out there. And people would like say, oh yeah, you know, I want to do a shoot. and then they would cancel on me or something like that. And so what I would do, I would go on Instagram, I would go on Facebook, and I just start crying. I just start complaining, you know what I'm saying, venting and all this. People don't support me. Y'all playing, blah, 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 blah. And Lanaja,
emotional.
yeah, but Lanaja, I remember this to this day because when she first she inboxed me in regards to one of my posts, and I'm not even going to lie, I don't know if I don't think I ever even told her about this, but when she inboxed me, I was like, bro, shut your ass up, because she inboxed me and she was like, yo, we don't care. We don't care about you crying. We don't care about, what you don't like. We don't care about your customers, doing this and doing that. Just put out your work. That's all we care about. Some people going to support you and some people not at the end of the day. And so if you want to hop on here and complain every single time, then we it's not really doing anything to help your brand. And initially, and this was me being younger and immature and stuff like that, I didn't receive that well. Like, I think I blew it off or something like that. But when I say that stuck to me to this day. So I definitely appreciate Lanaja. I don't think I ever told her that, but I definitely appreciate that. And when I say I literally remember this to this day, and I still have my moments where I want to go on there and vent and stuff like that, because people still be playing with me in business. But I mean, it's a part of business. You know what I'm saying? So definitely tips to anybody out there that's an entrepreneur, business owner, anything like that. Business, you're gonna have your ups, you're gonna have your downs, you're gonna have your bad clients, you're gonna have your good clients. We don't care, you know what I'm saying, about your frustrations as a business owner. You know what I'm saying? We don't care. It's part of business. You know what I'm saying? You never see the big brands, Nike, Walmart, you know what I'm saying, Amazon, Facebook, all them guys hopping on, social media and saying, oh, I'm so upset about these customers wanting refunds and emailing me because of their orders. Like, no, they just get shit done.
Get it
you know what I'm
done.
saying? So we got to think about that. We got to think about that ourselves. So, Lanaja, I definitely appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I apologize for being immature, not being able to receive that. And yeah, so looked like Larry got stuck in backstage. So yeah, you good, bro?
Yeah.
You had the thumbs up. I thought you was good.
I'm ready, dog. I'm out here. You know what I'm saying? It's me. Hey, man, if you know, you know. God damn it. That's all I'm going to say.
Have you been to California yet?
Huh?
Have you been to California yet?
Yeah, I've been to Cali. Cause I used to drive trucks and stuff. So I've definitely traveled the country. I'm a well-traveled young fella, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've been to Cali before. That's back before they was recreational though. So that's back when they was just medicinal. And I try to just walk in because you in Cali, that's what they say you do. I walk in there, they said, nah, bro, you need one of them things with you. I was like, shit. So at that time I just went to Colorado, where they were a lot more friendly at the time.
A lot more friendly. I'm interested for you to compare. I'm not very familiar, but I hear people like, oh, California is like they have this thing, and I'm like, I'm not going to lose my job to supply you with something from California, but I would be someone who is knowledgeable about the subject to compare.
Well, we'll talk about yeah, we can talk about that another episode, because I never really, niggas will tell you anything, this shit from Cali.
Right,
and they talking about Cali, they talking about California, South Carolina somewhere, nigga.
This is city called
Why? Yeah, got there California County like a motherfucker. Nah, but yeah, I would love to do that one day, man. Maybe one day, D, we could take a trip and we can expand a little bit, broaden our horizons a little bit. You know what I'm saying? If you will. But man, Carrie, you mentioned something that was, because I was listening, and you mentioned something that like I keep saying is very key. It definitely resonates with me because I am in that field now, and we were talking about capital and access to it. I would say that even though I haven't been doing that portion of it long, what I have noticed is that there's a lot of skepticism from black people to black people when there are genuine black people out there who's trying to help our black communities. You see what I'm saying? Because I have access to all kinds of capital. I have access to business capital. I can help small businesses, get relief funding through the payment protection program. I can do real estate funds, and I also buy houses myself, you know what I'm saying, and flip houses myself, you know what I'm saying? So the thing is, when you try to be, to me, when I gain access to all that stuff, and like we were talking about, taking the time to really put the work into your business, like you said, nobody wants to hear the bullshit. So I'm at a point that now with all my ducks in a row, all the crying that I could have did or did, it was definitely behind doors to where, because nobody wants to see that shit. I don't even feel comfortable putting that shit out there for real. You know what I'm saying? So there are going to be wins and losses in business, but when it comes to trying to get our black people to see the goal, which is a true black community with a true black economy and all of that shit, them niggas don't give a fuck. Either they don't give a fuck or they bullshitting on themselves getting shit together, bro. Because if you want to talk about it, you know what I'm saying? I'm an action taker type of person. You know what I'm saying? I don't like really talking a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I've always been that way. D can tell you, anybody who knows me will tell you, when I say I'm going to do some shit, I'm going to do some shit. I'm the only nigga probably in history who transitioned from a college football team to a college band because I didn't like the politics. You know what I'm saying? I didn't give a fuck. And the band and the football team was beefing at the time.
Yeah.
What? You know what I'm saying? Nigga, who the fuck does that shit? That's because I truly don't care. Because like I said earlier, my intentions and my heart is in the right place, bro. And I know a lot of people don't even understand or can't even grasp the concept of what I'm trying to put down. So when it comes to the show, when it comes to my business, when it comes to D's business and all of that stuff, our main thing is remaining consistent, bro. And you can fall off, but are you going to get back on the horse and make it happen? And like I said, I have access to all kind of capital and access to all kind of people with other capital and access to people who can put business plans together and people who can make the shit happen. But you know what? I know I can't count on all the protesters. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to goddamn go back behind my little wall, go back into my little cave and make the shit happen. And I'll holler at y'all when the shit up and running and niggas talking about, damn, how you do? Damn, son, where'd you find this? Nigga, hard work and consistency, nigga. That's where the fuck I found it.
Yeah.
Trendy ass protesters make me sick, nigga. Get the fuck out of here.
I'm like,
nigga taking pictures like this, nigga. Ain't never did nothing black in their life. Niggas out here still wearing weave and shit. Talking about protesting. Nigga, you ain't protesting these goddamn motherfuckers selling you this hair, nigga. You ain't goddamn protesting, goddamn, like you say, Walmart when they got fucking 50, 100 employees and only 2 of them at the registers. I ain't saying nothing to them niggas. Man, come on, man. Y'all can miss me with the bullshit. And if you got something to say, nigga, let's go. But this is what I do, nigga. I'm out here. I'm out here in the mud, grit, getting it, grinding, hustling. 6 jobs. I don't get tired, nigga. Out here. Because you know what the fuck I've been doing for the last week or so? I'm sorry, Carrie. I'm sorry. But these motherfuckers make me sick.
I mean, I don't wear weave, but dang, weave?
Oh, see, that's the shit I'm talking about. Nah, goddamn, that's the shit I'm talking about, right?
Hello. Now, I will tell you this. One of the first protests we had here that was organized by one of my friends, like, the thing in the news cycle now is how diverse the crowd is. You take that for how you see it, but I will tell you from what I saw, those non-black protesters were so angry. Like it had been like they had just watched the lynching of one of them, and
like they black.
I feel like they were trying to appease their guilt. And I also was like, you guys are gonna make it harder on the best. I could not wait to go back to work and be like, hey, so when we talk about this, we need to make sure that we accurately depict who is doing what in these photos. When we talk about looters, make sure the looters don't look like me. Because I saw who but and if the window broken open and then like the 50th person come in and go black, that's not the picture we need to see in the media.
Right.
That's a whole nother thing. It's a lot of it's trendy to be a protester or an activist right now. I appreciate the awareness because there is room for it. There is a place for it. I think we had this. I was having a discussion with D earlier, and then another friend about Sean King. I don't know what Sean King did, but I will tell you this: Sean King has brought a level of awareness to some of these cases that otherwise wouldn't have had this level of awareness. I still don't know what this. Nobody has told me. I've been asking for this.
Yeah.
No one has been able to tell me exactly what he did, but he did something.
He did something.
Sean King, but I'm telling you right now, we wouldn't know about George Floyd without Sean King.
That's deep. And we don't know what he did.
I don't know what he
Yeah.
did. No, and I'm gonna tell you this, and I will update you, D. We can talk about it next time because it was a bunch of people saying some stuff. I'm saying, hey, bring me some verifiable something.
Right.
And I'm here for it. I'm here for the education.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, that's real. I don't know. I don't know what he did either. But I mean, at the end of the day, we just need to stick to it. I mean, that's a common thing across the board, man. Like, if we're gonna get shit done, if we're gonna do shit, you know what I'm saying? If we're gonna be about what we say we about, we gotta stick to it. You know what I'm saying? If you wanna support Black communities, if you're gonna uplift Black men and Black women and Black children and spread the education and invest in our youth and in our futures and you know what I'm saying, develop generational wealth and all of this stuff that everybody loves to say, all these little buzzwords and stuff, then stick to it. Don't just say it and do it for today. Do it.
Let me tell you this. I've covered a lot of George Floyd's. We know there's so many hashtags. We tired of hashtags, and it bothers me every time. I remember with Alton Sterling. There was such that was a guy in Louisiana, Baton Rouge. There was outcry. I remember they started shooting at police. Remember, started randomly shooting police officers. There was such outrage. Not that they should be doing that, but there was such outrage, such passion in those protests. And the same thing happens. I've seen it happen too many times. The case happens a year later, and then they get off, and we're not angry anymore. I continue to be angry, but it's not cool anymore. And then we wait for the next die before we stick to it. It's like, no, we have to stay progressively. We have to stay progressively. We got to stick to it. That's it. I'm not gonna make it sound smart. To it.
Yeah.
We forget.
And that's the thing.
That's the most important thing.
Hey, and one thing I want to bring, because I was thinking about this recently, because people act like when you speak to non-Black people and you talk about racism and the effects of slavery, the effects of segregation and all of that stuff, and Jim Crow laws and all this different types of stuff, right? You speak to non-Black people and they swear it happened so long ago and Black people need to get over it and reparations are outrageous. That was forever ago. We weren't impacted. Do you know that Ruby Bridges, the first Black girl to go to a white school after it was integrated, is only 65 years old? 65 years old. 65. Donald Trump is older than Ruby Bridges.
Yeah.
So then you think about that. So Ruby Bridges' peers are roughly about 65 years old, and a lot of her peers are what, racist, right? And their parents who are maybe around 80, still alive. You know what I'm saying? Those are the racist people that would stand out there with the signs and yelling at a little girl, telling her to go back where she's from and all this and that. But let's just focus on her peers, right? They're about 65 years old. They just hit retirement age, right? You know what I'm saying? So they just left the workforce, right? So then those are the CEOs and the business owners and all that stuff of all these different corporations and all that shit, right? But let's look at their kids, right? Let's say their kids are roughly about 20 years younger, right? 45 years old. 45 years old. That's people that we around right now. Right now. And you think that all them motherfuckers grew up
a long time ago. Way back when.
And nobody racist?
Nobody.
We all just tripping.
Everybody, we tripping.
Everybody tripping.
That's my thing, bro. This shit is taught. This shit is taught. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's the thing. America was built on on this shit. America was built on racism and discrimination against darker skinned people, bro.
But here's the thing, though, bro. This what they do though. This what they do.
What they do, dog?
When they teach you about civil rights activism, right? And Ruby Bridges and all this and that, right? And they show you a movie or a documentary or something, right? What it look like? It's in black and white. It got scratched up footage and stuff like that. That's the programming mind to think that it was forever ago. Ruby Bridges is 65 years old, bro. My grandparents heard her.
Speak to the technical. Let me talk about the technical side of TV back then. It wasn't. That's what we got. Like, it looked a long time ago, but you got to think. Look at a TV show or anything from 2000. It's going to look remarkably different.
A long time ago. Yep.
1960. It is going to look different. Like, it's not a.
Right.
It's just how technology has progressed, and we're like, again, I remember watching something from. I remember watching Me in 2000. It's like, oh my god, how dare we so stupid.
Yep.
We weren't there yet. But it's gonna look grainy. Don't think that it's like a ploy to get us to think, oh, this was 1,000 years ago. No, that was.
Well, I think in some, because I've seen documentaries where they've shown footage that is available in color, in black and white.
You can remaster. You can restore it, and incredible. My favorite author, my favorite thinker of all time is James Baldwin, and I've watched Country Negro way too many times during the pandemic than I probably should have, and to see them remaster his interviews is just need to do that a lot. I think Martin Luther King's interview that he did in that church with NBC News. See it in color. It's still a little grainy, but it's a beautiful process. We need to probably do that to a lot of our footage so that we can keep it and so that we can preserve it and move it forward another generation because the technology is available.
Right. And I just want people to know, man, this stuff, this wasn't like a century ago, bro. No. Like, this was like a couple generations before us. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
Yeah.
So we not tripping. We not pulling this shit out our ass. You know what I'm saying? Everybody can't be tripping. Like, it's like whenever we bring up these issues about race, you know what I'm saying, and civil rights and just the atrocities that's committed against the black community, people just act like we crazy. But you ain't about to tell me that she's 65 years old and all the racism just miraculously disappeared from where it was when she was in school to now.
Right.
You ain't about to tell me it just miraculously disappeared.
It ain't happen like that, dog. It definitely can't happen like that. So then you got to think to yourself, well, shit, what happened to it? She passed the shit on. They passed the shit on. They passed the shit on.
You realize that every other disenfranchised demographic has received some type of reparations except for us. They was like, oh, we was wrong about this immediately. We're sorry. Let's go ahead and try to make this right. Within it didn't. I don't think it took 25 years to help those to help those people. And I think Native Americans probably it took longer, but they were still able to quantify and make whole that demographic. They don't want to. We could figure it out. Out how to pump trillions of dollars into our economy within a matter of weeks and make up a plan to do it. They can figure this out.
Yeah. But
no, you figure it out.
Miss Carrie, baby,
been black, who been on their census black, because there's a lot of people who don't identify as black, don't identify black as now, or don't identify as black now. Look at the census report. Everyone been black all through the census report. Start there.
Yeah, Miss Carrie, baby. I'm gonna take it a step further. You know why they won't even take the time to do it? Because we as black people ain't got no stick to it.
No. Yeah, they know
no stick to it. We don't give a fuck. We don't really want reparations. We don't really want it, because if we did, we would have been shutting shit down where they hold the shit at instead of our own communities. And see, I would like to blame some of it on the resources and the way we've been taught and conditioned and the systemic oppression that has been set in place. You know what I'm saying? But then, just like we said earlier, D, we got to hold some kind of accountability, though.
Yeah.
We got to hold some kind of accountability. And that's the thing. We don't want to be accountable for the position that we're continuously in but yet we want to complain about everything. You know what I'm saying? We want to complain about what we not getting and what this is and what that is. You know what I'm saying? But we don't want to take the time to really make it happen and buckle down and be like, okay, black man, where the fuck you going? I know there ain't no motherfucking Walmart. What the fuck? What Walmart got in there for you, bro?
This Walmart discussion. What I mean by Walmart? By the way, but I'm from Arkansas. We all do. But what did Walmart do to you?
Walmart, that was just an example of a big corporation who probably don't give a fuck about us shit. That's just what that was.
I'll tell you what they did to me.
They do not know this. They do welfare queen. They put everybody on what they don't pay their employees enough to make a livable wage and then fight minimum wage income so that their employees can get money from the federal government, and then their management will fight entitlement programs because they don't want them to get it. They don't want them to get ahead. They want them to be stuck working at Walmart. I have Walmart is a personal thing for me because I have a whole generation of family members that work at Walmart. Sorry, that's my phone. Work at Walmart is what they do. Everybody work at Walmart. I'm the only person that's doing something different.
Word.
Right.
Hey, when I say, and this isn't the bash, you know what I'm saying, this corporation, nothing like that. But when I say I genuinely do not enjoy my experience going to Walmart, bro. Now, here's the thing. They convenient. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a one-stop shop. You got it's like the brick and mortar version of Amazon. You know what I'm saying? You can literally get your dinner, you can get lunch, you can get a snack, you can get some clothes, you can get stuff for the house. You know what I'm saying? Get you lunch. Yeah,
you get your
you get everything. You know what I'm saying? Like literally anything that you think of, anything you need right now. Medicine. You know what I'm saying? Anything you need. Rubbers. You know what I'm saying? Everything. You know what I'm saying? But when I say I truly hate going,
what'd you say, Karen?
Rubbers are necessary. I'm laughing.
Oh yeah, that's definitely
word. Wrap it up, everybody. But you know what I'm saying? You can get everything you need, but I hate going there because it's just. Oh, I didn't mean to do that again. I guess I needed to shout out Lanaja again, but I hate going because it's always so much traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like you literally like it's like so many people there. You know what I'm saying? People be in the way. Like you be walking behind somebody with your car and they just stop. You know what I'm saying? Like in the middle of the aisle, like ain't nobody behind them. Like I get so irritated with Walmart. I did something bad and I kind of feel bad about it. When I was in Walmart, I went there. I went for two things, bro. Well, really, I went for one thing, but when I got there, I seen a couple other things that I wanted to get. So I picked up those things. I put in the cart. The one thing I was looking for was some t-shirts, and so I pick up a little bit of stuff. How you going through Walmart, you just start picking up little shit. You're like, oh, this is a good deal. So you put it in your cart, and I was on my way to the t-shirt section, and on my way there, it was so many people in the way. You know what I'm saying? I was just getting irritated, and then they had like the one-way thing for the quarantine stuff, so you can only go down an aisle a certain way. So I'm just irritated. And then I'm going down the aisle, like I'm trying to follow the rules, and another lady coming down the aisle that I'm going down. I'm like, you not following the rules. You know what I'm saying? You coming through social distancing and shit. Like I was just upset. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still on the way to the t-shirts. By the time I get to the t-shirts, I'm just in a bad mood. I'm just like, bro, let me hurry up, grab these t-shirts, get the fuck out of the store. I get over there, it wasn't no fucking t-shirts, bro. It wasn't no t-shirts. So you know what I did? I pushed the cart to the side and walked out. I love everything in the cart.
But
you said what?
But did you pick up condoms?
No, I did not pick up no condoms. I don't need condoms. I don't need condoms. I'm a virgin. I don't have sex. I don't do any of that stuff. So
about California's Walmart, they lock up high risk items. So you have to wait for an associate to come and unlock it for you. That associate will then take that item for you because it's high risk to the register for you. You cannot touch your item. They lock up soap, detergent. I'm trying to think of some other things that I've needed that they lock up with liquor. Have you ever seen that? Do they do that anywhere else? Because I've never seen that anywhere else in my entire life,
Oh no, no,
except
no,
for
no, no, no.
California.
No, no, no. High risk items such as condoms are definitely in a case that you have to go get somebody to grab.
Well, actually, to my knowledge, it's illegal to lock up condoms. Like they passed a law
Oh
a few years
shit, we
back.
need to start recording some motherfuckers there. Cause I done seen some locked up condoms. Free the
Hey,
rubbers. Free the rubbers.
That
read the
law
rubber.
isn't a. I know what you're talking about. That law isn't federal. It was more. It was on a local level.
Oh, that was just
Oh,
locally. It wasn't a federal thing. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm about to say, cause
mm.
niggas out here, niggas ain't following that shit.
Hey, I know. In Charlotte, I could go in the Harris Teeter, which is a grocery store. I could get some rubbers, a little cock ring, and everything. Like you get all types of shit out of Harris Teeter. No
Boy,
bullshit. Lube.
well, you go in, come out feeling like a stud, eh? Like shit, I'm out. Oh, whoever about to get this, about to get it. They getting
Hey,
it all 15, all 3 minutes, cause that's all I'm giving you.
word.
That's all the fuck I got.
But But look, see how we go to these big corporations for all this stuff when there are black-owned businesses that have all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like I said at the beginning of the show, it's multiple black-owned sex toy websites. You know what I'm saying? It's black-owned markets and stuff. You got black farmers. You know what I'm saying? That be at farmers markets and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So you can get your produce and all that. I don't know about black butchers. I don't know too many of them, but I'm sure they're out there. You know what I'm saying? So, so you have to, what?
There's not an industry have not infiltrated.
I didn't mean to put that on the screen. But,
I did that because that shit was funny.
Word. Oh, I thought I did it. My bad. I forgot you were going here.
Yeah, because that shit was funny, goddamn. You said fucking with me, shit. Well, shit, that's how long the shit need to be anyway, goddamn. We ain't got time for the other shit. Got shit to do.
But yeah, man. So I know we need to wrap up pretty soon, but yeah, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Everybody out there, make sure that you sticking to it. Make sure that you staying consistent. Be about what you say that you about.
Yeah.
And you know that's just all it is. Like point blank period. We gotta be consistent. Don't just be mad today and then go right back to shit tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Be intentional. Again, if y'all need to find out about any black home businesses nationwide, there are multiple Google Docs that I could share with you. Ask your friends, just ask anybody. Yo, you know somebody black that do XYZ? You know what I'm saying? If you need a doctor, orthodontist, you know what I'm saying? Psychiatrist, therapist, you know what I'm saying? Car detailer, like anything. You know what I'm saying? Go black before anything. You know what I'm saying? If you need help, definitely email us at a code one podcast 2019 at gmail.com. I will be more than happy to send you the resources that I have. And but first and foremost, ask your friends and your family. I'm sure that they know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. Uncle Pete, goddamn, probably get your car right for $30 in a pack of cigarettes.
Because he still got that cigarette hanging off his lip right there, waiting on you to come by. Goddamn, I ain't see you in goddamn forever, boy. Goddamn, I ain't forever. I see your ass, boy. Come your ass over here now. Goddamn, let me fit that carpet.
Come back on Friday, and I have finished for you. Come back on Friday.
I have finished for you. Now you don't need to go ahead and give me that 6-pack. You know I like them ice houses. You go ahead and grab me that, and I'll go ahead and take care of your carburetor for you.
Word. But Miss Carrie, baby, we definitely appreciate having you on the show. Definitely appreciate everybody that tuned in. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube at a Code One Podcast. Most importantly, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all that shit. Y'all know it's the Code One Podcast. And goddamn, Larry, take us away, man.
Hold on, bro. Yeah, before we dip, man, I just want y'all to make sure, man, if y'all know any investors that may be on the show, real estate investors, man, please know that I got your funding needs because we fund fix and flips, man. We fund refinances, man. We fund commercial loans and we fund purchases. Not only am I able to get you funding, but I am also able to provide you with the project. because I got projects available in over 18 states. So for all my investors out there looking for projects and looking for funding and looking for a good ROI, if you don't know what that means, return on investment, goddamn, come fuck with your boy L Dottie, man, because you know what? We got it. All of it.
Word. And real quick, don't forget to go on 4ourblackwomen.com. Get involved in the movement. We are, as black men, standing up for our black women, making a change, being what y'all need us to be, being protectors, providers, uplifters, and all that stuff. So black men and black women, go put the email in so you can receive more information. We're going to make this a nationwide and hopefully a global-wide movement. And again, we definitely appreciate y'all.
Yeah, thank y'all for the love and support, man. Thank y'all, and we'll see y'all next week, man. Once again, it's your boy L Dottie.
And you already know it's your boy Big D, man.
And we like to thank y'all for coming back to another episode of A Cold
One. Y'all know it, man. Hey,
cheers,
y'all
bro.
be safe out there, man. Cheers.
Y'all get it in. Holla at you. Stay black.